Will Rdhl retest the $3 levels and potentially even squeeze all the way upwards of the $5 levels after the massive news that the company announced? Or is this a ticker which is glory days are behind it? You should be cutting your losses and walking away from. What's up, trading friends? Today, we're discussing Rdhl under 3 different lenses: the why, the what, the where, the why. We're going to be doing a catalyst breakdown, the what. We're going to be doing some stock analysis, the where. I'm going to be telling you guys where to get in, where to get out. So without further ado, hit the thumbs up button, because not only is it going to be an informative video, it is also going to be an educational one. So if this is the type of content you guys like, hit that subscribe button. We have one goal to be at 50,000 subscribers by the end of this year. Now, let's get to work. When it comes to Rdhl, guys, this is a ticker which has been going absolutely parabolic. Well, it was going absolutely parabolic. Now it's gone limp, all right? But what is really going on, right? Why do we talk about the why first? First, let's talk about that, right? We talk about the why first because in order to predict the future, we first need to understand the past. And in order for us to be able to anticipate whether or not this ticker can actually recover to this $3 level or not, we first need to analyze why was it even up to begin with, right? Was it up because of a legitimate reason, or was it just a bunch of hope and hype and it's here today, gone tomorrow, right? So when it comes to Rdhl, guys, this is a ticker which actually is running based off of some solid news. Surprisingly, right? So it says Rdhl wins New York Supreme Court appeal, upholding $10 million summary judgment against Kuchmo. So the company is set to receive an $8.25 million original award and a subsequent $1.82 million legal costs and expenses, including 9% statutory interest accrual. I mean, this is amazing, okay? This is amazing. But winning a lawsuit is definitely this company's strongest suit, all right? Let's be honest, all right? Now, let's get back to it. So pretty good news, all right? I mean, listen, you guys gotta understand now. This $10 million, the reason why it's such massive news and the reason why it's so surprising what's actually going on here is that the company's market cap is sitting at $7 million. So they've gone ahead and now they've received double of what the company's worth, and the stock is up 17%. What's going on? What is happening? What is happening? What's actually happening? We're going to talk about that now. Okay, so the news is amazing, right? And this is why I got to tell you that this is why today's going to be so, educational, because you guys are going to understand why the news isn't the end all be all, and why the news can be amazing, but if the company is up to something which we don't like, which we're going to talk about, it's not going to work, all right? Now, let's move on to the what analysis, okay? The what analysis. Now, the what analysis, okay? When it comes to the what analysis, this is where people zig when they should zag, right? The stock market, my friends, and I'm like a broken record at this point. The stock market is supply and demand, all right? That's all it is. When supply is limited, demand increases, price go up. When demand is limited, supply increases, price go down, all right? That's it. Good? Good. Now, the correlation between supply and demand is all we want to assess in order to be able to predict where the stock is going. Not the company, not 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line. The stock right now, today, tomorrow, next week. That's it. So the first thing you want to analyze is going to be how much supply even exists. How much supply do we got? Well, the company's got a free float of 3 million shares with a market cap of 7 million. So very little supply overall. Okay, so the supply, the volatility, we're going to put it as amazing. Okay? Very good. Now, the next thing which we're going to look at is going to be, out of this supply, what percentage are owned by institutions? Well, 0.5%, that's the rubbish, right? We're going to put institutional ownership at 0. Okay, terrible. Now, the next thing which we're going to look at is going to be the odds of them diluting. What is the odds of them diluting? What does the odds of them diluting mean? Remember the supply and demand equation that we talked about, right? You and I, as traders, when we are demand, at one point we become supply. Even the shorts, when there's supply, at one point they become demand. Because when you buy a stock, you eventually have to sell it. So your first demand, hey, I want one. Then your supply, sell it, take it away from me. Okay? Shorts, what do shorts do? Shorts work in reverse. They first sell, then they buy back. So their first supply, then they become demand later. But what if I told you that there was an entity that could be supply without ever being demand? What if I told you there was an entity that could just add supply, spam the supply button, sell, when they never even bought? Who's this entity? It's going to be none other than Rdhl Biopharma is who it's going to be. Now, what am I talking about, Sam? How could a company sell? What would the company sell? I'm talking about dilution, my friends. I'm talking about dilution. Now, I'm going to show you guys how to anticipate dilution. So the first thing which you want to do when it comes to anticipating dilution is going to be the company's finances. Is a company financially in a situation where they need money? The numbers I'm about to show you are based off of their most recent SEC filings, and this is how I find out whether or not the company is financially stressed or not, okay? They got a total cash and cash equivalents of 1.9 million. Their operating expenses every quarter sitting at 2.5. That leaves them with 2.3 months of cash. Not good. Not good, my friends. Not good. Not good. All right. They're pretty much living paycheck to paycheck, quarter to quarter. Not good. Now, so financially, they're in a tough spot. Okay. They got less than a quarter of cash. Is that less than a quarter? Less than a quarter of cash. Okay. The next one we should look at is going to be their history of diluting. How much has this company historically diluted? Womp womp. Historically, they've diluted a lot. So historically, they've added a lot to the supply. They're over its supply, meaning how much supply they have right now that they can dispose into the markets. Very high. Okay? Not good. Not good at all. So the odds of them diluting, very high. And this is what you got to understand, is that no matter how good the stock's news is, what's going on here? What did I just do, man? Let's go over here, right? No matter how good the company's news is, and no matter how much demand the news brings in, if the company can match that demand with the supply, wrap it up. I don't even want to look at it. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Okay? I don't like it. So that's why we stayed away from RDHL today. Okay? Now, where do I see RDHL going? I do see it testing this 250 level. I doubt we're ever going to see above 3. Okay? I doubt we're ever going to see it above 3, which is really weird because, again, right, the catalyst is just so good. But the companies just put their neck on the throat of this stock and they're just choking it for all it's got. Can't do nothing about it, man. Can't do nothing about it. Breaks my heart, but can't do nothing about it. Now listen, if you took out today, don't worry. Don't be sad. Because remember what I always tell you guys, right? Losing is part of the game, all right? And make sure you don't give up. Make sure you don't quit. Why? Because 90% of traders are unprofitable. 90% of traders just quit before they become profitable, all right? Myself, I've been trading for 8 years. The first 3 years, all I did was just, oh, good news. Okay, I'm in. What? It's going to double. Yeah, obviously it should double. No. Right? So, and look, if I did it, the last 5 years I've been consistently profitable. And if I did it, you can do it too. I promise. Because I'm no smarter than you, right? I just never gave up. I just stuck with it and I never gave up. And quitting was never an option for me. I'll be honest with you guys. I'll tell you the truth. I lost so much money my first couple of years that I was like, bro, I'm either making this shit work or you know what I'm saying? Like, it was crazy, all right? It was insane, the amount of money I lost, right? So, and I mean, look, was it an insane amount of money? No. Was it an insane amount of money for me? Yes, okay? So, that's that, right? Now, if you guys want to trade alongside me every single day, okay, get access to my day trade alerts, my swing alerts, my option alerts, lessons, one-on-one access to me, Q&A, everything like that, daily Q&A and everything like that, check out our Discord. Right now, the next 10 members that join, they get access to it for a 50% discount. And our Discord is very unique because not only do we give it a ticker, not only do we give it an entry and everything like that, but we also tell you how many shares to buy, okay? So we use a 10K account as a benchmark, 10K portfolio as a benchmark. Now, obviously, my portfolio is way bigger than 10K. I do this full time. But we use a 10K account as a benchmark. So we say 25 shares in a 10K account. That means if you have a 50K account, you multiply this by 5. You know, we say 7 shares in a 10K account. So if you have 30K account, you multiply this by 3. You know what I'm saying? We say 40 shares in a 10K account. If you have a 20K, if you have a 5K account, you divide this by 2, you buy 20 shares, on and on. Right? Now, if you're still skeptical about joining, you're like, I don't know, no, right? So first thing I always tell people is, listen, compare the monthly price to how much money you lost trading. Just compare the two and go, could this potentially help me? How much could this potentially help me? Right? And if you're still skeptical, that's good. You should be skeptical. There's a lot of weird things going on in this industry. Okay, I don't blame you. You know, before we used to do a 7-day free trial. Now, guys, we're doing a 2 weeks free trial and a 30 days money back guarantee. So give it a shot. See if you make money. If you make money, come back for more. If you don't make money, pack your bags and leave and never ever come back again. Okay? Thank you for another 450. Shout out my mans. This is obviously Hebrew. I don't understand Hebrew much, but small account still up. It's my man Sam. This Tuesday last week. Maybe pause and read some of these, man. I found this Discord extremely happy with the profits I've made since joining. Very grateful. At Sam, thank you for the topic for another productive day. $272 on the day. I've made money more than a monthly 100. I've been losing before. I really appreciate you as well, brother. We've been crushing it, man. We've been absolutely crushing it. So give it a shot. When is this? This is last week, Friday. Last year, when I tried trading by myself, felt hopeless. But with your help on the team, I'm on my way up first ever profitable year. Not to jinx it. Love you guys. Love you too, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you, Green Week. Only at 25 shares. God bless. Give it a shot, guys. Give it a shot. 2 weeks free trial, 30 days money back guarantee. What I would do is I would join, see if I make money. If I made money, I'll come back. If I didn't make money, I'll leave. That's what I would do. Anyways, thank you for watching. Happy listening trading. Your boy Sam from Top Academy.